Hello, YouTube. It should be Wednesday. Should be episode 117, I believe. These episodes are still being recorded and not streamed, so it is a different day for me. It is currently Saturday at noon, and you'll notice I'm in the middle of a run when I usually start at the menu screen. Um, and that's because I messed up and I just recorded about 15 minutes worth of an episode with no game audio because I forgot to switch my audio sources in OBS. So I decided to just scrap that and restart the recording. But obviously, I can't just restart the run. So I'll tell you, we're doing Sothis now. We switched over to Sothis instead of doing Astra because we lost the Astra run like immediately. I mishandled one of the fights and we lost it like right away. So I decided to just switch over to Sothis. So we're going for his achievements now, which I will describe right after we pick the Star Blessing up. Let me go ahead and refresh virtues at the beginning of battle. So Sothis's achievements, um, obviously we have to get him to max level. We've already beaten Astrea, sorry. I always get confused with Astrea. Orion has Astrium. It's confusing a little bit, but Solthis' achievements say that we should get 30 stacks of chanting in one battle, and we've been picking up some chanting dice along the way. And his other one says, in a battle, have 4 creatures, whether it's me, my sentinels, or the enemies, a total of 4 creatures having 15 affliction each. So we're gonna have to get that eventually, but I was saying before we started the run, it's probably not going to be possible to get both of those achievements in the same run. Mostly because, you know, getting so many dice that we can put that much affliction on an enemy will probably eat up the rest of our dice slots, so we wouldn't have room for like chanting or anything else. So I decided to just choose to go with chanting for this run, and then we'll do affliction another time. Now, if we can manage to get that much chanting and affliction in the same run, that'd be cool, but I just don't think it's going to happen. So we're going for chanting. And I had to remind myself how chanting even works, because I haven't used it in a run before. So I just had to remind myself exactly how this works. Basically, all it does is it deals purification relative to how many stacks you already have. So next time we play a chanting die, that chanting die is going to deal 1 purification by default, and then it's going to deal an additional purification for each stack that we have. So once we build up like 15 chanting or something like that, and we play another chanting die, we're just going to be hitting harder and harder as the fight continues. So the more chanting dice we get, the better. We did pick up this Forge chanting die. I think we just picked up 2 of them, actually. So we do have a few opportunities to get some good stuff going. And again, we do, want to build up Affliction if we can, but that's not going to be our main focus. So honestly, I don't really mind forging an Affliction die with chanting, because, like I said, it's not our priority right now. On top of those effects for chanting, if we end up dealing purification damage that is not from a virtue, other chanting dice, or starter dice, then we lose all of our chanting in one go. So we have to be careful about what dice we play and what actions they have. Which has been fine so far, but, you know, we just have to keep that in mind all the time. We're just going to keep going as we were. This is only like the third battle of the game so far. We're still in the Tainted Reef, so, you know, I did record a little bit, but you didn't miss much really. Just picked up a few dice, a few star blessings, and the Sentinel right here. I think I just actually did just show us picking up the Sentinel, but get the idea. Let's go and use this. We'll just build up relief over here. Now, I don't know if it's because this die right here is a starter die, but for some reason the relief that we've been applying on enemies and ourselves does not get rid of chanting, interestingly enough. If that came from a different kind of die, I wonder if that would get rid of the chanting or not. I haven't gotten a chance to test it out yet, but I'm kind of curious now. Oh, you have a lot of doom on you. Did not realize that. Okay, so we're gonna have to be careful. We don't want to just die right now. Let's go ahead and put more Serenity on you. They're both not great for us right now. Go ahead and Hourglass Mastery this. I don't think we're gonna get completely through this guy right now, but worth a shot at least. Nothing else we can really do. Okay. We're alive, we're alive. He healed himself for a bit, but we're alive. Go ahead and put some relief on him. And I will go ahead and forge one of these. I don't need that much Void Seek. And you know, just the more chanting we have, the better, so. As we progress through the game, I'm sure we'll get more and more. We just have to stay alive, pretty much. I forgot relief goes off at the end of the turn and not at the beginning. I thought we were going to take them out there, but completely forgot about that. I can take you out now, though, so. Get out of here. You do have some doom, but not quite as much as the other guy. So that's not too much of a big deal. Go ahead and, Let's heal using this. We can shield ourselves with this. This isn't going to do anything, but whatever. We'll just use this for some damage. And relief should provide us with some more damage. And we should be able to just end the fight in the next 2 turns at most, looks like. He's chanting. And we can do it again. Great, great. I see we did get up to 9 chanting for that battle. So, yeah, I would imagine once we build up more dice and forge a bunch of other faces, we're going to get a lot more of that really quickly. What is this? Deal chanting to an enemy X times, where X is half of your soul heat. Okay. I don't think that gives us extra chanting, though. I mean, I'm sure it would give us at least 1 stack, but, you know, we need something to build up more chanting, if we can find it. Well, let's just go ahead and pick it up, because, you know, we do still need it. And what is this? Deal chanting to a target, any target. Gain 1 additional chanting for each affliction that target has. Ah, okay. So if we happen to find some more affliction dice, that will help out with both of the achievements, actually. I'll keep that in mind. Whenever an enemy gets over-corrupted, that enemy receives purification X times, where X is my soul heat. If you have flammable chakram, this purification will trigger it. Okay, that seems pretty nice. Relief on enemies triggers at the end of my turn. Ooh, that also seems really nice, actually. I'm gonna go with this one, because we keep fighting these challenging battles, we're probably gonna get a lot of enemies over-corrupting themselves. So I'm just gonna go on and take that. We'll see if that can serve us well. Apply 1 affliction to an enemy. Deal 3 purification to the same target X times. Okay. That's nice and all, but that does conflict with our chanting, because this is gonna deal purification and it's not a starter dice. So maybe we should just take this. Maybe we can take this right here. Let's go ahead and upgrade this guy 1 time. We're about to pick up another sentinel from the boss. Go ahead and recover a heart and move on. Alright, we've got some good stuff here. We do have our refresh from the Star Blessing. We do have a lot of relief right off the bat, so I'm going to go ahead and use Hourglass Mastery on that. Just go ahead and get a lot of that built up for the rest of the battle. I'm just going to try to take this guy out as fast as I can. The longer the fight goes on, the more we're going to have a problem with healing and dealing damage, so just going to take him out as quickly as possible. I always have to think about whether or not we can heal ourselves with this virtue here. I always forget we can. For some reason. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and just use you here. I know you have affliction, but that's okay. We're gonna get this guy over-corrupted a lot. We're gonna deal some good damage to him. Yeah, nice. So if we really wanted to, we could try to do some cool strategies. You know, if we have a lot of corrupt actions in our hand, we want to purposely over-corrupt this guy, while also building up a lot of soul heat to make something like that work. If I play this, this is going to get rid of my chanting, so let me not do that. Oh, right. Oh, that's going to make us lose a life. I don't want to play that, man. With affliction, actually, that does mean that he's gonna over-corrupt himself every other turn, like guaranteed. We can definitely make that work for us with, you know, soul heat and all that stuff. I don't think chanting increases soul heat. Oh, no, it does. Oh. I didn't know that. I'm gonna get healed from relief, so that's not a big deal. Honestly, I think we can just end the battle right now, no? Yeah, okay. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Got an unknown device, which I do love. Got a guardian and a solar plexus. I believe sentinel damage does not get rid of chanting, so we can use the strange device for that. Global relief, boomerang shields, distortion hieroglyph. Next actions with minimum soul heat will consider that your soul heat is on 10. Interesting. That could synergize well with that star blessing we just picked up, and a lot of affliction. You know, if we build up a lot of affliction on an enemy, and then have them over-corrupt themselves basically every turn, and then we have a distortion hieroglyph, we could deal a lot of damage really quickly with that. But we are not going for a affliction build right now, so we'll just pass that up and maybe pick it up later on another run. Increases purification received by enemies by 4. Hold on, let me read that again. Increases purification received by enemies. Okay, so I'm guessing the enemies receive more purification. Whenever enemies receive purification, they also receive corruption. Oh. I don't know if I want that. Draw 2 additional dice per turn. At the start of battle, apply 1 agony to a random enemy. Okay. I can probably deal with that for the most part. Draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of battle, apply 1 boost to a random enemy. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. Because, you know, 1 boost for 1 turn is not the end of the world. They're just going to draw 1 extra die for, you know, a single turn. And we'll just have 1 extra die for the rest of the game, basically. So, pretty good deal, I would say. Alright, so these guys have hidden because it's an ambush. So we're not going to see what they rolled. Looks like we could die here pretty easily. You could have rolled a 3. You could have rolled a 3, and you could have rolled like anything, and that would have killed us. We don't have any shield. These guys have a lot of health, so I guess we just have to, you know, hope that we didn't, hope that they didn't get any bad rolls, but could also just re-roll them. We can actually see what we're dealing with. 2, 2, and 2. I think that's safe. Yeah, we can deal with that. I don't necessarily want to put Affliction on any of these guys, but this is a mandatory action, and I guess I have to. I might be able to discard it, though, with this. Let me try that. Yes, great. I did not want to have to play that. Just go ahead and build up a lot of relief. We can start chipping away at this guy's health. Yeah, okay. Got 1 health. And as far as I know, these guys aren't going to attack us before, you know, they set off their dice. We should be fine. Go ahead and put some relief on us. We don't lose a life or anything. Forge Chanting. I suppose we might as well go ahead and put it on this. And again, we just have to be careful about what they rolled, but I don't think we're in much trouble now. It's just that first turn where he had, this one had 2 dice. Now he's only got 1, so I don't think we're really in that much trouble. Oh, you overcorrupted yourself. Oh, that's a problem, actually. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I see a Forge Chanting in there. I suppose we can forge this and this as well. What does this one do again? Deal chanting to an enemy X times, where X is half of your soul heat. Okay, so let's go ahead and build that up if we can. Let's Hourglass Mastery this. We can get 4 plays on this. We get more soul heat. now we have 4. So this will deal chanting 2 times, which I guess would give us 2 stacks of chanting? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, but it gets rid of our soul heat completely. Okay. Pretty reasonable. Starting to see you can use soul heat with chanting as well to build a lot of it. Again, our build is mostly just kind of relying on what is it? What do we have? The forge chanting. That way we can just, you know, for lack of a better term, infect the other dice, so they all have some kind of chanting action on them. But I'm starting to see other options we can use later, or in another run. Okay, so Torment on you, I think, would not be a big deal. Because you don't have, like, Decay or Affliction or anything, so that's fine. And that is not mandatory, so we don't have to play that. Man, 4 Hex dice in one hand? That's crazy. Go ahead and play Chanting. I don't think these count as like starter dice or anything like that. So I do believe these would ruin our chanting. Now for this fight it doesn't really matter because we're not going to get up to 30 anyways, but I guess we can note that for the future. Yeah, they're gone now. Okay. Guess we'll just play this. Actually, no. What was it? What am I thinking? That's not it's not mandatory. We just gotta play these on ourselves. Alright. Going to end the battle. Move on. That actually brings us right to 30 minutes. I just looked over at my timer. I didn't realize we were coming up on 30 minutes so quickly. Let me go and pick up these dice, and then I will see you tomorrow. What is this? Ghastly Fire. Minimum soul heat 10. Apply 12 relief to any target and decreases soul heat by 4. Okay. Got Sand Shaping again, which is not a bad die by any means. And Forge Purify. Change a die from my hand into Purify action 6 for the rest of the run. Okay. I'll just go ahead and take Sand Shaping. And I'll take Sand Shaping again. Cool beans, cool beans. This chanting. Apply 1 affliction to a random enemy. Deals 1 purification to all targets for each affliction they have. Increases soul heat by 1 for each creature with affliction. We don't have any chanting options here, so I'll just go ahead and take that. And what is this? Gain 1 sands of time for each soul heat. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and pick that up. Yeah, I'll go ahead and end it here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I might record more today because it's still early. It's only 1 o'clock now, but I do have some other videos to record, so I'll think about it. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.